Hello everyone, Pam here with Tattered Paper and Lace. Welcome to my channel. I am here to show you, I had promised in my last video that I would come back and show you how to do two pockets I had in my Halloween journal, which is still available by the way. And so I thought I might do some other things too. You've got some Christmas tags that you can see here also, and some little faux stamps. So I am going to show you first how to do the pockets, and then we'll go from there. And if I have time, I'll take care of the rest. So this is one pocket we're going to do, and it is, you can use a square piece of paper, doesn't matter what size the square is. And then this is a floating pocket that has two pockets on, a pocket on either side and a pocket in the center. So it is a 3-pocket floating pocket. And then I have made these faux stamps out of fabric and images from a magazine. So those I will talk about as well, time permitting. So I've got those as well. And then I have made all of these tags. And this is a very inexpensive project. Every one of these tags are Tim Holtz product tags and catalog images and wrapping paper images. So we'll go through those as time permits. So first, I want to show you how to do these two pockets. Now, here's my papers. I have two papers here that I want to make these two pockets with, and I'm standing right now, but I'm gonna sit. I haven't done a tutorial before, so you must bear with me, and I will do my best to stay in frame. But when I sit down, I can't see whether I'm in frame, so I may not be. Anyway, we'll see if I can get through this all right. Like I said, bear with me. I have not ever done a tutorial on video before. The first one we'll do is this one, which is both of them are very simple. We'll do this one first, and I think I want the stripe to be on the inside. So what you want is a square piece of paper. This is a 6x6. So whatever your square is, it doesn't matter. To start with, I'm going to fold this. See, I can't sit down and do it because I can't see. I'm going to fold this, and I'm not going to fold it. I'm just going to pinch that so I know where the center is of this piece of paper is. And it is right about the center of this stripe. So I'm going to first fold this over to the center like this. Get my bone folder out. Just like this. And then you just fold this side over to meet that side, just touching. So that's why you want it to be reasonably in the center. I don't have it exactly in the center, I don't think, but it's close enough. And then you just do that like that. So this is what you should have. Is just so this is 3 inches on this side, and when you fold it, it's half of that. So what's that? Inch and a half, something like that. Anyway, so you fold it in half like that. Then you take this with the open side down and fold it up to meet the other top. So that is in half again, long ways. Just like that. Okay, and then let's just make sure we have it creased very good, very well. Just like that. Okay, so this is what we have. Now, if you want, we'll take some ink and we'll just ink up the edges all the way around. across the bottom. But do not, or I would not, I do not ink this part, because I don't ink this down the middle, because that is the seam that's right here. So when you fold this up, this is the front of your pocket. You're going to take these two little pieces and you're just going to fold it over into a triangle shape like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. Semi-perfect is fine. And you fold it over into a triangle like that. So you have that. Whoops, I didn't crease that exactly right. You have that here. And it does this, okay? So here is a pocket. And then you take the other side. You do the same thing. My paper's cracking a little bit, as you can see right there. Again, not a problem. I will ink that in just a moment. Then you take this side and you do the same thing. You fold it here, just like that. And you fold it here, just like that. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. And then you have this, which is this, okay? Now, I didn't get my punch, so hold on one second. I only punch on one side of my middle pocket, because if you punch both sides the same, then you still can't find the opening very well. So I just punch one side and leave the other side like that so you can find the opening easier. So, oh, this is the wrong punch. This is not the one I normally like to use, but we'll go with it anyway. So I go ahead and punch my opening just like that. Okay, now I'm going to open it all back up, and I'm going to ink these edges and these edges. Okay, and let's see, still have these edges to do. Here, and here, and here, and here. I did the other edges before we folded these. And then let me do this part. And this part. Okay, so this is what we have. Here's our square. Okay, we folded it in the middle. These two pieces meet. We folded these down to make a, you can do them top and bottom before you fold it in half. Then we folded it in half. Cut out the little bit right there. I need to ink here. And I need to ink right here. Okay, so that's how we do it. Again, you have your square. You fold it, find the center. You don't crease it, just know where your center is, and fold this to the center, fold this to the center. Then I go ahead and fold it in half this way, and then you fold your points down like that on this side, and you fold your points like that down on this side. Now, you're going to have a seam right here, but as you see, with your embellishing, you can cover up the seam and you don't even know it's there. I like to do, which you do not have to do, but I like to take a little piece of tape, because it's me, and I will put it on the edge, not going past the middle and not going past this point, on both sides of this, just a little piece, and put half of it underneath one side, and then you lift it up and you just can then tape that if that bothers you. You don't have to, because it will stay perfectly. I do it just because it's me and I think I need to. So there we are. That's how we have it. Now on this one, I just glued down the corner. And so this is open, and I did that on purpose because I wrinkled it up a little bit. You can also put buttons here. You could put brads here. Just remember that whatever you put on these corners, if you do it on both sides, that's going to be double thickness, and that will get kind of thick. So I chose not to do anything. You can stitch these down. I did that in the Halloween. I stitched it down, and it's a floating pocket, so you would put it in with a gem clip or something like that. So now what you do, and what I'm going to do here, is I'm just going to take my glue and just the very edge, does not take much. I'm just going to do the very edge of this, and this will make my center pocket, and I'll fold that together. And I use a Kleenex to wipe away the excess. If I have any, I did pretty good on that. I don't think I had too much excess. And then we'll let that dry for just a bit. Okay, and now I am just going to, again, I'm not going to wrinkle it. Well, you can just kind of wrinkle it up a bit if you want to give it a little more texture there. You don't have to. You can ink that if you want that to show a little more. You could also emboss those little edges if you were so inclined. Kind of like the little bit of a texture it gives you. So I'm just going to do the corner again, just like that. Glue that down, just like that. It's okay if it's a little off, because that's part of the charm of this, is that when you do that little bit of crinkling, it pulls it in a little bit, but it also makes it show up a little bit more. Makes it look kind of like a collar. So we're going to do that just like that. Okay. Oops. Wow. Sorry. I have my cord hanging so my juice don't run out, and I just hit it. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of crinkling here on this side, just to give it a little more interest and texture. And then I'll mostly flatten it out. And I'm just going to do this little corner right here and mash that down. And then I'm just going to do this little corner right here and mash that down. And then we have our pocket, floating pocket. And then you can decorate it. I didn't bring anything to decorate with. I used some Tim Holtz pieces here with a little bit of book page. That's a Tim Holtz piece with the little butterfly that I think is also Tim Holtz, and this has a little lace on it. So you can really do most anything. If I take one of my little, I'm not going to glue it down, but say I could take one of my little faux stamps and put it there. And so you just do a little decoration on both sides, and that is how you make this little pocket. Let me tell you a little tip too. I like to take my bone folder and stretch out that paper a little bit, because that helps the tags go in. Be careful when you do it on the glued part, because it is glued and you don't want that to come loose. So I just kind of do it mainly for the bottom down here. I just kind of tilt my bone folder just a little bit, and that kind of opens up the openings a little bit, and that way you can put a tag in a little bit easier. So this tag just will fit right in there. You have a pocket right there, and you have a pocket right there. So then you just embellish that as you would like. So that is this pocket. Now for this pocket, that looks kind of like an envelope. It is very easy as well. I call this the purse pocket because it kind of looks like a purse to me. So on this one, if I can remember how to do it, Oh yes, I remember. You take your paper, whichever side you want to be outside, lay down flat. And you take it and you fold it up to the point. So point to point in half, just like that. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. And this paper is not perfectly square. Or is it? Nope, it's not perfectly square. And that's okay too. Okay, so there we have it. There's that, okay? And then you take this piece. Wait a minute. Oh, if I can remember how to do it. I have a, oh, here it is. Ah, I did it again. Good grief, guys. I am so sorry. Okay, so here we are. You did this. Okay, then, okay, you fold this point. Got to find the middle. So we're just gonna pinch the middle so we'll know where the middle is. Right there. So you take the top of this and you fold it down the middle. Right to the middle right there. Okay? And you have that. And that will give you the line that you need to fold this to. So you fold it to where your edge is right there and you push it up to that line. Okay? And I do it just barely below so it'll have some room for this to fold back over. Okay? So that's how you do that. And then you just take this side, do the exact same thing, just fold it over to there, just like that. Give it a little extra room, match it up with this one, and you just fold it just like that. Okay? And then you fold this back down. Now, I like, and there it is. That's your pocket. So it's, what, 3 folds, 4 folds? You fold it in half, catty-cornered. Okay? You fold your point down to the middle, so you've got to find your middle point down here, so make sure that you don't get that skewed. And then you fold that back up, and you take this corner, and this straight edge goes to this straight edge. So this edge will go to this edge, just like that. And this edge will go to this edge, just like that. Okay? And then you will fold this back down over. Now, I like to round the corner. So I take my 3 size corner rounder here, and I take the medium point corner rounder, and I just round those corners. Okay, so that makes you have a little, looks like a little envelope. Now, there's 2 ways you can glue this. You can glue it across here, up to about right here, and up to about right here, and that will close this flap. Well, first you do glue these down. You glue these down here, and just the two flaps you glue down. Okay, we'll do that in just a minute because I want to show you the 2 ways. So you can do that, and then you do glue here and here, and I do a little across the top there, and I fold this back down, which will then leave a pocket down here. Okay, so you can tuck something in there if you glue it that way. You can also glue this down, just like I said a while ago, and just glue the point of this down, and then you will have a little belly band kind of pocket here. So you can do it either way, and you'll have a pocket here. And then when I attach it to the page, I just do it around the edges, and I make it have a pocket here as well. So you can have a pocket here, a pocket here, and you can have a pocket right here, or you can have a belly band situation right here, right there. Now, the belly band situation, you just, it's going to be harder to slide through. If you are going to do it to the right, it's easier to have your flap over. because then it won't hang up. But if you do the flap down securely and you have it really flattened out, then it should work out just fine. So that's the two ways you can do it. I think this one, I'm going to make it have a belly band here. On this one, I did not. It has a pocket down here. I added the seal. I make my wax seals on a silicone mat, and then I can just glue them wherever I want to. So I did not glue it down here, so I can have this as a pocket here and as a pocket here. This one, I think I will just glue it right here. But first, I'm going to glue down these flaps. So I'm going to do it a little across the top here. Come on, glue. There you go. A little across the top there to where that comes. And then I'll just come down here like that. Whoops, went too far. Down here like that. And I will just glue that down. Now you can glue the whole thing down if you're going to just do like I'm going to do and make it be a belly band kind of pocket rather than this being a pocket. You also, I imagine, I hadn't thought about this, you could just leave that. You could put a magnet behind this so that this could come down, and then that could be a secret journaling spot also. That's a thought as well. I'm not going to do that. And I didn't want to ink this one because I'm not sure I'm going to. Well, maybe I'm going to. I should have inked it. Okay, let me do it just a little bit. I didn't ink this first, so I got to just kind of play at it like that. Okay, and then let me ink these. I wasn't sure I wanted to ink it, but I decided I did. Okay, so then we just ink these like this. All right. And then I'm just going to glue it right here, just on the tip, just right there, just a little bit. And I'm going to leave it have a little bit of play, just so something will slip under there easier. I tend to slide things in from the right, so I made sure that this flap was on top of that one so that when I slide something in there, it will slide in there easily because it'll get caught on this side. Potential to get caught on that side. It did not, but there's the potential. Okay, also, I need to do a little bit more inking on this right here. Also, there. Okay, now, you also can put something right here. So I'm probably going to put a button right here, just like that was what's fastening this down, like I did the wax seal here, and left this open. And if I had thought about it, I could have, so I glued this here and this here to keep that down, but I could have, with the weight of that seal, I could have left this flap free where you could then lift it up and journal on the other side of it. But as it is, I just left that as a pocket down here. Okay, so there is that pocket there. I did this one with a little belly band situation here. See? Yeah, there we go. Come on, come on. There. Little belly band situation here. And that is that pocket. So, got to put my pen in the glue there. So, we've done these two pockets. And this is a floating pocket. And this is one that I attached to the page. So, that is those. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you, for one, I just wanted to show you what I had done with my tags. And these are all, like I said, Tim Holtz tags. And I made this one have a pocket in the back. And this is the tag that these word cards, word flashcards come in. And so I left that as I covered it, and I did that so some of the, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Because here's the tag. Okay, so this is wrapping paper that's covering this. And then I had this believe, I don't have any more of those words like that. But then on the back side, on this side, I wanted the believe to show. So I just did a side pocket to cover up this. Did the book page to cover up the writing here, and the Christmas stamp to cover up that writing there. So that's all you do on that. Now, what I did with these others, this one is a ribbon, a piece of ribbon. I frayed it, sewed it around it, and this is wrapping paper on the back of this and on the back of this. These are all images from a catalog. And these are images of puzzles that were available from this catalog. So I just took, again, back to this one with paper, but it is, again, just a tag from Tim Holtz, from his product. And I just made, I did back all of these, didn't I? Yes, I did. So I backed all of these with craft paper or coffee dyed paper. And this one, I don't know if you can tell, and this one were tags from Christmas product of Tim Holtz. So it already had this snowy looking edge on it. So I didn't have to do anything to that unless I wanted to make that look good. This one also is the same thing. It's just, nope, wrong on that one. I think wrong on that one, wrong on that one. Okay, these are the only two that were already snow-covered edges. Same here. This was already a snow-covered edge because it was this card. And see, it already has the snow looking. Well, that's the way these were. These, however, were just the regular kind of tag, as was this. That's just it's just a brown tag. I didn't bring one over here. So what I did with that is used a stipple brush and my white texture paste. Just dabbed it into that and just pounded it around the edges, just like this, to cover up any writing I didn't want to show and to make it look more like these that were from Christmas products. So all of these, you can feel the texture on all of these. This one is wrapping paper, and I actually put a piece of coffee dyed paper behind this first and then cut this snowman out of wrapping paper. The Happy Christmas is out of the same wrapping paper and put that there. And then I also did the stippling on the back of these to make them look snowy as well. Did that on these because it needed to, I wanted it to cover up the edge of the papers. So I did it on the backs of these, but not on the front of these. So that's as simple as that. So that's very easy to do, very quick, very inexpensive. It didn't cost me anything. I have a little bit of ribbon, which I already had, words, which this is from a calendar, this is from a book, this is from a book, this is Tim Holtz paper on top of this. So that is how you do those. It's very, very, very simple, very easy. And then my faux stamps are nothing more than a piece of, I got one more, nothing more than a piece of fabric that I just ripped into squares, a little piece of fabric, either book page or I'm going to use this airmail piece of envelope, and I'll just lay it down, and then a stamp, just lay it down. 3 things, a piece of fabric, book page or whatever you want as your next layer, and a stamp, and you're done. Now, these images were all in magazines, and it's most of the time in the contents, these are like sandpipers here. This is a deer in the snow, and this looks like this is a bird. I'm not sure what kind of bird. Then we have an owl, And then this is another bird, blackbirds with red beaks. Okay, so all of those came from a magazine. So look for small images. And it's if you've got the magazine, a catalog might have something small images like that as well. It's 3 pieces and you've got a little collage. So that's my thoughts for today. So we've got the envelopes, the pockets, and we've got the cards, the tags. We've got the tags, and we've got the faux stamps. So just some ideas, if you hadn't thought about it, just some ideas of the things that you can do cheaply, very inexpensively. Don't have to have much. So think outside the box. And that's all I have for you today. I appreciate you watching. I do have some new items in my Etsy store, which is Tattered Paper and Lace, if you'll go take a look there. And the next time I have something I'd like to share tutorial-wise, hopefully I did okay on this one. Let me know. I'd appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.